Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Technical Sergeant Jillian Green, your narrator for today's ceremony. On behalf of Colonel David Chauvin, Chief of Staff, Nevada Air National Guard, welcome to the 152nd Intelligence Squadron Change of Command, where Lieutenant Colonel Brian Gunderson will relinquish command to Major Shawn O'Leary.
Please, if you would, join me in a word of prayer. But before that, because I know I have non-prayers in the room, would you please join me in a brief moment of silence? Lord God, thank you for your presence at this change of command ceremony. Though times may change and people may come and go, your presence in our personal lives and in our profession of arms is a valuable constant. We thank you for choosing leaders with integrity who ably lead the mission, who motivate us in our work, and who work hard to raise up the next generation of leaders who will lead these high rollers to their maximum potential. I pray for all our leaders that they may lead with wisdom, understanding, and patience. For our ceremony today, I humbly ask your blessing upon Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson and Major O'Leary as they pass between them the guidon of command. As it passes, strengthen them both in the task to which you have called them. Go with Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson and his family as they prepare for their new assignment in state headquarters. Remain with Major O'Leary and his family as he leads the intelligence squadron to their next stage of excellence. You have equipped them both with everything they need to do the good works you have prepared for them. Help them to press into those giftings and lead us well. Give them a portion of your spirit to empower and encourage them both in the months to come. Give the intelligence squadron a commitment to follow and support its new commander with energy, enthusiasm, and effectiveness. Thank you, God, for your never-ending love toward us. To you be all the glory. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Chauvin.
Thanks, Jillian. First off, I'd like to thank everyone who put this together. Lieutenant Colonel Broussard, Jillian, for working so hard to honor these two men today. Chaplain Gilliam, thanks for the invocation, going down for the DV's tag. I appreciate you hauling it back here and making me super nervous being here. I know you were busy. Sergeant Major, thanks for being here. Chief Lindsay, Colonel Hammonds, Colonel Manson, I see you in the back. Thanks for being here. Chief Ash, Colonel Ford, thank you guys. So, to get this started, it's kind of a big deal, or a big day, well, a lot of big deals. I asked Gunderson to give me some information. He said he was going to send me his bio. Still waiting on it, so please bear with me. Being punctual was never a big priority of his. So, just kind of thinking about what I wanted to say today. I mean, it's interesting to see all you guys intel. Hey, daylight, you guys are out here, so it's a little bit different. So before I went to state headquarters, I was over in ops. You might have heard about me. Didn't know a whole lot about intel. I'll share with you what I knew at the time. One, they have a nice building and I can't get into it. And two, Steve Mills has a brother over there, but he's not the dude who drives the Aston Martin. But after going to state headquarters, working with Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson, kind of getting a better understanding of what you guys do, now I understand, and it's quite clear. This is what I know. When we went down in COVID lockdown, and we were briefed, mission essential only, mission essential only. I know who the only mission essential unit was in this organization, and that is you guys. It's you and the cops who let you through the gate. That's it. You guys have maintained the DCGS mission 365, 24/7 throughout the global pandemic. It never failed one time. It's absolutely remarkable. Along those lines, the CSSs that kept you guys in status, processed all the orders, and kept you guys going. It's absolutely unbelievable. What I look forward to and what's exciting is on the horizon as you guys are currently in conversion going to the new mission, the evolution of whatever that name may finally end up being, that now we have the opportunity to establish these AETs, to take this organization to the next level, and then diversification of the AFSCs that you guys already have. And then the coup with Korea on the horizon, it's just truly limitless what you guys are capable of doing. So, to break it down, so like I said, Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson. He's been you guys' commander for 5 years. So I'm going to talk a little bit about him. Even though he didn't give me a bio, I'll just wing it. So he enlisted in 1992 into the Intel Squadron. I'm not trying to throw dirt on him, but I was a sophomore in high school. He was commissioned in 2003. I don't know if you guys know this or not. He went to the weapons school. That was in 2014. He came back, did the Deputy J3 down in Carson until 2016, and then was selected to be the squadron commander for the 152nd Intel Squadron. He's got 29 years of service, over 20 deployments, and he's dual had it as your commander in the state J2. This is what I know about Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson. First off, there's no one in this room who's more happy than I am that this is happening today, because I will never have to hear again, sorry chap, I'll be in Intel, I can't be there for that. I know he's a bulldog, not only in size but in tenacity. He gets after it. And I'm so fortunate to have him stepping into my previous position as a director of staff, because I know he can do more than I ever did. And I truly mean that. Brian, we're so fortunate to have you. And like I told you, and I'll share it with everyone, I know in the next couple of years, you and I, with the support of the TAG, can move this organization beyond Intel, Airlift Wing 232, state headquarters, everything. We can move it further than it's ever been. But we just got to get along and move along. So, as Shawn, I'll be honest, don't know a whole lot about you. I met you for the first time about 2 months ago. So, saw your name on a lot of spreadsheets, but didn't know who you were. So going through Shawn's bio, and Shawn, by the way, got me his bio like 2 days ago, so he's good. I'm already looking forward to working with him. He enlisted in 2003 back east at Otis Air National Guard Base. Enlisted Intel, and then commissioned in 2009, went back to Otis, had a short stint in Iceland. I mean, it was a month, but we'll just say it was deployment. When he came back as an O, he deployed to an austere location called Reno, Nevada, where he must have liked it, and he must have did a really good job, because then we brought him on board in 2012. Since then, he's done God's work on the floor with you guys, moved up to the Squadron Chief of Standing Val, now the ADO, and today being the commander. Like I said, he's a lot more punctual than his predecessor. Like I said, Shawn, I don't have anything about you. I can't make fun of you. I'll give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of personal advice, just amongst us, just you and I. So if you see your future boss at a Dunkin' Donuts on a Sunday, and you drive a black Jeep that says O'Leary on the license plate, you should probably roll down the window and say hi. Because Duncan, O'Leary, I figured it was you or one of the dudes from House of Pain, and I don't think those dudes live in Sparks. So Shawn, my challenge to you, taking over, continue the culture that Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson has maintained over there in the Intel Squadron. How do you do that? Be unified within the squadron. And be unified with the Nevada Air National Guard as a whole. Maintain a workplace of integrity within yourself, within themselves, and within one another. And it's now your job to take care of our most important resource, your airmen, your civilians, and their families. And for the squadron, I have a challenge for you. The state decided to make Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson a commander 5 years ago, but you guys made him a leader. Today, we're selecting Major O'Leary to be a commander. I need you guys to make him the leader that we need him to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Chauvin. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal. Attention to orders. Lieutenant Colonel Brian J. Gunderson distinguished himself by outstanding achievement as commander 152nd Intelligence Squadron, Nevada Air National Guard, Reno, Nevada. During this period, Colonel Gunderson served as the Intelligence Squadron Commander, an operational mission operations commander directly engaged in Operations Enduring Freedom, Inherent Resolve, and Freedom Sentinel, as well as the Nevada National Guard J2. Colonel Gunderson's professionalism, skill, leadership, and tireless work ethic led to invaluable partnerships with entities across the intelligence community. This resulted in operational engagement in United States Indo-Pacific Command, United States European Command, United States Africa Command, and United States Central Command. Additionally, his no-fail standard advanced the squadron's mission with the realization of full-spectrum intelligence and analyst capability. In his capacity as the Nevada National Guard J2, Colonel Gunderson established state-level intelligence oversight and incident awareness and assessment programs in minimal time, resulting in compliant and flawless support to multi-state exercises, as well as direct responses to western wildfires, eastern seabird hurricanes, floods, and a volcano in Hawaii. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Gunderson reflect great credit upon himself, the Air National Guard, and the United States Air Force. At ease. Colonel Chauvin, you're good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson, Commander, 152nd Intelligence Squadron.
Thank you guys very much. So I don't know what's going to happen first. I might pass out from the heat or I'm going to start crying, one of the two, so we'll see. Couple quick administrative items. I did send you my bio like 3 times, and I am very happy. I'll get to my talk in a little bit to be following you in the future, sir, because it'll be the only time in my career where I've actually had to raise the microphone to talk. So it'll be great. I do just want to start with a quick thank you for those of you who are in attendance today. Sir, appreciate you being here. Sergeant Major, Chief Lindsay, Colonel Hammonds, Chief Ash, Colonel Ford, Chaplain Gilliam, of course. And I know back in the corner we have Colonel Starbuck, Colonel Matthews, Colonel Manson's hiding over here somewhere. I just want to thank you guys for being here. It's really important. Within the context of thank yous, there's a few people I'd like to thank individually and, of course, the squadron as a whole. I want to start with my family. They're not here because my little baby boy would cook in this heat in here, so we didn't bring him out today. But I just want to thank them, not just for the time I've been in command, but I've been in the squadron for 29 years. And that is a lot of time either deployed, working night shift, and doing some things with my family has been great. So even though they're not here, I'll just put it out there. Thank you very much. Sir, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity when you're the commander of the Air Guard and putting your faith in me and allowing me to do this job. It's truly been an honor. It's been the true highlight of my career, and I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity. Colonel Chauvin, I want to thank you for your support as we started working together and supporting my next move in my career. It's been great, and between the two of you, thank you for your continued mentorship. I know I can be a little thick-headed and a little slow, so please correct me when I'm wrong, beat me over the head, and punch me when necessary. It's critical to my development, which unfortunately for me means probably need to get beat up once in a while. Major Leroy, I do want to thank you for being my Director of Operations for this entire time. I'm very excited to see where your career is going as we map out different careers. Timing goes different, but I can't thank you enough for all the hard work and things that you've done and continue to do for our airmen and for this organization. So thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it. You don't get to do this job without some mentors. I do want to mention a few people individually. For anyone I forget, I sincerely apologize, but I do want to mention a few folks. Colonel Dennis Fournier, a lot of you guys know him. I just wanted to thank him. He has continued to be my sounding board for my entire career, both enlisted and officer. He's been great. Colonel Rico Wade, I don't think he's here today, but I do want to thank him. He's been great help. Colonel Manson, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me, letting me come over and vent on occasion in your office, for all the feedback you've given me. It's truly made a difference in my career and who I am. So thank you very much for that. And then Colonel Cerfolio, I want to thank you as well for doing the same. You've been very, very helpful to me, whether you realize it or not. When it comes to mentors, you cannot do this job or develop as an airman without good, solid chiefs around you. So I do want to thank Chief Mills. Thank you for coming out today. And thank you for being my partner in crime as we got started together with the vector for growth for the Intel Squadron, which we continue to work on today. Thank you for all the help you've given me. Chief Jasper, thank you very much as we continue to work together. It has been great. You've been super helpful to me, and I'm starting to realize there's a theme here I need a lot of talking to. So thank you for squaring me away when necessary. And Chief Prezina, I don't think he is here, but I do want to thank him publicly as well. And then lastly, Chaplain Gilliam, thank you, not only for the great care you take care of our airmen, but also the great care you've taken for me. It's meant a lot, continues to be a lot, and I really appreciate the help you've given me. All right, little history for me. I did join the squadron in 1992 as an airman basic, and I've stayed in the same organization my entire career. So this isn't just a change of command for me, it's a pretty big deal. As I move on through my career, this is such a large part of my life, right? I started before I was 21 years old, and we're in a new guard now, but the first place I knew I was allowed to drink underage was on this base, to be honest with you, way back in the day. But I am glad we're not that organization anymore because it was a mess and we're so much better now. For the squadron, it was important to me when I came into this job, and it's equally important now that you guys know that I sincerely care about every single one of you. And as a result of that, I kept asking myself, I should probably be worried now that I'm leaving, but I'm not. And let me give you some examples of why I'm not worried about you guys. When I ask myself, are you guys going to be okay? I've got some good examples of the reasons why. Airman O'Bear over here, we hired her this year. She is awesome. If you don't know who she is, you will know her in the future. She continues to be good. She continues to get better. And it's because she's surrounded by great NCOs. Sergeant Green, Sergeant Bowman, I know you're out here somewhere. Sergeant Cromines, thank you guys, because she continues to smile and be happy, and that's in no small part because of the work you guys are doing as NCOs. I know you guys are going to be okay because of all of our senior airmen and below, our A1Cs. I watch you guys go off to school, you come back after being student flighters, and the next thing you know, I go on the mission floor, you're working, you're pushing me out of the way, you've got things to do, and so I know you guys are being developed the right way. I see you guys, your Facebook posts, you're hanging out together in your free time, you're doing things, you're working well together, which lets me know that I know your NCOs are taking good care of you. So I'm not really worried. And importantly, you guys have a great chief in Chief Jasper. So I know your enlisted development's going to be okay. Chief Jasper and I took a chance to compare some notes a little while ago on just our careers as we kind of wind down over the next few years here. And just crunching Jasper's numbers, we were looking at it. He's probably spent a third of a 30-year plus career either deployed or on night shift. That's not a small thing if you think about it. I know most of you guys are in the same boat. He's got over 4 years away from his family. If you take just a 12-year snapshot of work and mission up what we do here, usually half of that's on night, so that's 6 years of work and night shift. That's a lot of dedication, and it's easy to burn out, but you continue to come in at night and take care of our airmen. You continue to do the hard work. I came in yesterday and you were pulling weeds out in front of the squadron. I mean, you are a full spectrum chief, so thank you for everything you're doing, and I know the squadron is going to be okay. And I do want to mention real quick, I don't know if any of our contractors are in here. I don't know that they are, but I do want to thank the team we have. We have a team of contractors in our building who are awesome. And some of them are also our blue suiters. I see you sitting over there, so thank you guys for the work that you do. And then lastly, a couple last things. The one place I do worry about is our mission. You guys who do that day in and day out know what that means. It's a harsh reality in this world. There's kids right now sitting over across the way working a mission right now that makes decisions on who lives and who dies. That's a lot of weight to carry and then go home every day. I recognize that. I recognize the hard work you're doing. I do want to thank Sergeant Redenbaugh. He couldn't be here today because he's at tech school right now. But the work you guys have done has been incredible, especially over the last few years. Things have been rather intense, and so I do worry there. But I do know you guys are going to be okay, not only because you have a great chief, because you have a great incoming commander. When O'Leary came into the seat, as our ADO, I think originally, not only did he get fully on board with our mission and fully on board with our airmen, he got fully on board with being a Nevadan. So he is all in as a Nevada guardsman, and so I know you guys are going to be okay. So lastly, a couple people asked me about, hey, what do you think your legacy is going to be when you leave Intel? And I don't care, because I know you guys are okay. Quite honestly, you guys, I'm a part of your legacy. I am who I am. I'm a better person because of you. So in some small way, your legacy is me, and I want to thank you guys for that. I'm a better person for my mentors, I'm a better person for our airmen, and I'm a better person for this organization. So I am very much a part of your legacy, and I sincerely thank you guys for that. Thank you for your time, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Gunderson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command. Attention to orders. Under the provisions of Air Force Instruction 51-604, Special Order Number GC-04, dated 4 June 2021, by direction of the President, Major Shawn O'Leary is appointed Commander, 152nd Intelligence Squadron, Reno, Nevada. At ease. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 152nd Intelligence Squadron, Major Shawn O'Leary.
All right, thank you, everyone. Well, not used to microphones, so I'm normally used to just projecting my voice a little bit, so hopefully I'll keep this a little bit steady. So I'm happy that the chaplain was here to give an invocation, because I was thinking to myself, you know, with a speech I have to give, this can go one or two ways, and hopefully the guy up above is going to help me out with this speech a little bit. So first, sir, I wanted to thank you, as well as you, Colonel Chauvin and Colonel Gunderson, for your faith in me taking this new position. I will not fail you. I want to thank all the senior leadership here as well for being here to support me and to watch this event. Thank you for taking the time out of a busy super drill in order to be here and observe this. I appreciate that. I want to start off by thanking a few of my officer mentors because they helped me to be the officer that I am today. I had Colonels Nuts Minolte, Moggs Denote, Rico Wade, as well as Colonel Dennis Fournier, who really helped me out. I learned a lot from their leadership styles and implemented a lot of that in how I've addressed things through the years. So thank you all for all that you've done to support me and to build me up and develop me. I wanted to give a shout out to Public Affairs and CMAS Sergeant McComber for allowing this to be on a Facebook Live and doing that hard work. Being from another coast, it's hard for friends and family to be able to see this big event for me. And this allows them to do that, so thank you very much for that. Last but not least, I wanted to thank a very special mentor to me. Recently, Chief in the Massachusetts Air National Guard, Chief Master Sergeant Joe Pitta. So about 15 years ago, then Tech Sergeant Joseph Pitta was my NCOIC. And I was an airman that was having a little bit of difficulty, had to make some decisions and decide which way in the road I was gonna go, whether I was gonna turn that corner and make some good decisions or keep on making some bad decisions. Now, why I bring that up today is he had a hard conversation with me. He mentored me and developed me and turned me and told me to be the best that I absolutely could be. And I bring that up because he was a tech sergeant at the time. I look around this squadron and I know there's so many staffs and techs in that role. That's the heart of the organization. You can make that change in so many of our young airmen. They could be a chief, officer, or a commander someday just by giving those hard conversations and developing them deliberately. So deliberate development of my airmen is a huge, huge thing that means close to my heart. People first, mission always. The mission's always there, and as you've already heard today, we work 24/7, and we've never let that mission fail. But it's imperative, and we've seen this more than ever with COVID the past year, that we utilize our chaplain, our shirt, and our chief to support those airmen that are having a hard time. Help them out with whatever's going on at home so that they can get their heads in the game, get back to work, and support those downrange. That way that they can defend their country, their great state, and have powerful effects across the globe. This is a really exciting time for the Intel Squadron. Through Colonel Gunderson's efforts and tenacity, trying to push our squadron to grow to a group, we've never been in a better position. We're getting new AFSCs, bringing in a full spectrum of intel to get after some problem-centric analysis, really go after some peer competition. This is going to be great. Exciting time for our intel folks within the squadron because it's changing, it's something new, and you're gonna be here as that is developing to be a part of something. Our systems folks though, all of our 3Ds in the crowd, I gotta give a shout out to you because long are the days gone where we stand around a map table with some grease pencils over a laminated map and be effective downrange. If we don't have the lights on, if you're not securing our networks and helping us, we are not as effective. So that support that you provide within the squadron is just critical, and I thank you. I know that you're under-resourced sometimes, and I'm gonna fight hard, just like Colonel Gunderson did, to get you the resources that you need to do your job effectively. Lastly, I just wanted to leave you with, I'm so humbled and excited for the opportunity to serve you. I will be your advocate. I'll get you the resources that you need, and I can't wait to sing the praises of all the amazing things that y'all are doing as a squadron and the great accomplishments that you do every single day on that mission floor. So I want to thank you all very much.